If you were on Facebook, just bored and you were scrolling through your feed and you saw a post from this person here and you saw these words, I'm sure the average person would look at them and say, these are some wise words. And, this is somebody I could see myself listening to and following. But if you were to see this post from this person with these same exact words, I'm sure it'd have a different effect on you. You'd probably look and you would start judging the words in a different manner. You would look at them and be like, oh, well, maybe that's not so true, man. Maybe you're wrong about that. Is it because of the words themselves, or is it because of the package that the words are in? This is something that we have to really be careful for, and that's understanding wisdom by hearing it and not by looking. A lot of people are so attracted to the outside that we don't take the time to really listen to the things people are saying. You might have one person say one thing and you like it because of who they are, and then another person say the same thing, in the same exact day, and you won't even notice that you'll deny it because of who said it. And then in the same instance, we can use these same pictures, and this same guy, he might post something that is completely opposite. He could say something like this, and then you see it and it makes a lot of sense to you. But then this person posts it and you'll be like, no, that can't be right. So we have to make sure that we're not showing favoritism and that we're not judging a package by its outside, but by what's inside of it. Understanding wisdom takes discernment. A wise person knows wise words, and it doesn't matter who says them. You're able to process the information and weigh it out without thinking about who said it. This is what a wise person is able to do. Here in Ecclesiastes 16, starting in verse 16. Then I said, wisdom is better than strength. Nevertheless, the poor man's wisdom is despised, and his words are not heard. Words of the wise, spoken quietly, should be heard, rather than the stout of a ruler of fools. And this is what we see a lot of time also. You'll see a lot of people who are very quiet, very soft-spoken, but can say some very wise words, and they will be ignored because of their mannerism. And because of their mannerism, people feel, oh, he doesn't know what he's talking about because he didn't say it with the same oomph as another person. You have another guy who says the exact same thing, but he's saying it with so much conviction and he's so loud with it, and he has so much personality and charisma that a person is accepting what he says because of his charisma. This is also a very unwise thing. It also shows a lack of discernment on the hearer. So if you're not able to listen to somebody who's talking nice and calm and telling you the truth, and you're like, oh, you don't believe it that much, so I'm not going to believe it, that shows that you're not able to process this information and think for yourself. You need to be persuaded by these antics and this, this big show. Do you need a show to understand truth, or can you understand truth yourself by just processing information? It's very important that you're able to do this, and it takes a wise person to be able to push aside all of the outer looks and all the the antics, and to be able to process the information for what it is and see whether it's true or not. Now, going back up to verse 11 in Ecclesiastes, I returned and saw under the sun that the race is not to the swift, nor the battle to the strong, nor bread to the wise, nor riches to men of understanding, nor favor to men of skill, but time and chance happen to them all. You see, this is the true facts of it. You may think this person that tells you something that is has so many followers and has so much money or has a lot of fame, you might think they're actually a much wiser person. But the truth is there's a lot of time and a lot of chance. And when I say chance, I truly mean the control of God, because God is sovereign. He's over all things. He's the one that chose how you look. He's the one that chose the people you would be around. He's the one that chose your skills. So God being in control over all these small details that work into play to bring every person to where they are. The more we understand how little control we have and how much control God actually has, the more we'll understand that it's not because this person is oh so wise or he made such good decisions, but it's also a lot of chance that comes into play. And once we understand this, we'll understand more. Okay, yeah, this person, he has a lot of followers or whatnot, but that doesn't mean he's just so wise. As an example, you have Jim Jones, and here he is. He has this huge following of people who believe in him. A lot of people who think, oh, this guy's the truth. He's even using the Bible. He's using a lot of truth, but he ends up having everybody kill themselves. So, there's a lot of people that have done this. There's a lot of people that have amassed these huge followers, just like Hitler. Now, what Hitler was doing was completely evil, completely wrong. But look at the mass amount of people who followed him because he had this umph about him, because he had this zeal. People were following him because they weren't able to really weigh out the information. And this is people that had a lack of discernment of wisdom. So, people can be fooled by following behind somebody that they think knows what they're talking about, but they don't know how to learn truth for themselves without the show, without the outer appearance. We also have a lot of pastors out now that have big, huge followings, and we think because they have a lot of huge followings that it's because they're telling the truth and because they're blessed by God. But the truth is, when you look at how you catch a rat, when you catch a rat, you don't just put out poison all by itself. What you do is you have good food, and what it is like cheese, and it's mostly good food. It only takes a little bit of poison. And so the rat goes for the good food. That's what he smells, that's what he sees, and that's mainly what it is. But all it takes is that little bit of poison to kill that rat. And that's what the majority of these prosperity preachers are doing. They have a lot of truth. They do have some of the word, and they do have some truth into what they're saying, and maybe even the majority of truth. But all it takes is that little bit of a lie to damn your soul. All it takes is that little bit of wrong teaching to destroy you. And that little bit of wrong teaching is this self-love and this self-worship that these teachers are teaching. A lot of these, so-called pastors are telling people to love themselves and to take care of themselves, and it's all about you. It's all about you, and live your best life, and love yourself, and take care of you, and look after you first, and fly with the eagles, and leave all the chickens behind. And this is not the Christian doctrine that we're told to follow by Christ. So we're to love God first, and then love our neighbors. And really, we shouldn't be worried about ourselves, because God will take care of us. If we have faith in God, then we know that God will take care of us. The Bible tells us in James that if you show favoritism, you sin, and you're a breaker of the law. So showing favoritism is a very dangerous thing. If you call yourself a believer or not, it just really makes you an ugly person. So we should try our best to be equal thinkers and look at everybody in the same way, and to give people a chance, but not the person themselves. Listen to the content of what people are saying, and see and weigh it out for yourself, and see whether it's true or not, because wise words do not come from a specific look. Stop looking at the rapper. The rapper has nothing to do with the present. Start opening up that rapper and really seeing what's inside of it. Something to think about.
Do take good care of yourself.